What's up guys, my name is Ivan Valdovinos, and on this channel I provide tips, tricks, advice, and strategies for your graduate school applications. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. In today's video, I am going to share with you the funding package I was offered when I was accepted into the PhD in Higher Education Leadership at the University of Texas, Austin. Alright, so let's review my funding package. So at the top of the letter that I screenshotted, it says the University of Texas at Austin Educational Leadership and Policy, and that's one of the clusters that they have for their PhD programs and their College of Education. And then right below that, you can tell that they sent me this funding package on March 27th, 2020, so last March. So you should expect to receive the funding package around that time, which it's coming up, it's next month already, so be prepared to receive these packages. Then the letter starts off by, "Dear Mr. Valdovinos, it is with great enthusiasm that I write to inform you that we have recommended you to receive the following award package." And so they break it down into 5 points here. So point number 1, a $10,000 award from the Jesse H. Jones Endowed Fellowship Fund for 2020-2021. So this is telling me that in the first year of the PhD program, I am going to receive $10,000 fellowship. So point number 2, a $2,000 award from the League for Innovation in Colleges Fellowship for summer 2021. So that's telling me that I'm going to get a fellowship for the summer, which is also great because most PhD programs do not provide funding for summer. The third point is a $10,000 award from the Jesse H. Jones Endowed Fellowship Fund for 2021-2022. So it's telling me that I'm going to receive $10,000 again for year 2, and the same thing for year 3, and the same thing for year 4. That's all I received for funding. There was no guaranteed tuition and fees remission. That's it. So I got $40,000 fellowship broken down into 4 years, plus a summer award as well. So now let's look at an email that I received from my potential advisor. So the email reads, "Hi Ivan, I just wanted to make sure you got the message below. I know we are all dealing with the deluge of emails right now, and I didn't want it to get lost in the mix. I've also attached the offer letter again so you have everything in one email. If you are still interested in Austin, I also have some connections to get you a GRA opportunity, which would give you a monthly stipend for living expenses, the in-state tuition rate, and healthcare benefits. Let me know if you have questions or would like to chat. Hope you are doing well as can be expected. Best, Beth." So in this message that I received from my potential research advisor, she was telling me that she had some connections for a graduate research assistant opportunity, which meant that I would get the monthly stipend, living expenses, and in-state tuition and health care benefits. The problem with this is that it wasn't guaranteed. She only says she has connections, which doesn't guarantee me a GRA, which is concerning because obviously if I don't get one, then I have to either take out loans or fund my living expenses and in-state tuition and health benefits all on my own. Alright, so now I'm going to share my thoughts on the funding and my decision if I accepted or didn't accept. So the first thing I want to say is that I was actually taken off the wait list and was offered this acceptance later on in the admissions process. And so that's the first thing that I want to note because I obviously didn't like that. And I do want to say that University of Texas Austin was one of my top 3 choices because of the research they are conducting. It strongly relates with my interests. And they have one of the leading professors in my field in the topic that I want to study. And so it was definitely in my top 3, but I was disappointed and surprised that I made it on the wait list versus getting accepted right away. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't choose it, was because I was off the wait list, and that made me feel like they didn't prioritize my application, and I wasn't a strong applicant, so I didn't want to go to a place where they didn't really believe in me right away. The second reason why I didn't choose this institution and program was because I wasn't offered a guaranteed assistantship, which would help me out with my living expenses, the tuition and fees remission, as well as healthcare. And so because it wasn't guaranteed, I didn't feel comfortable accepting it. You know, I would have to do more work to apply for these jobs, go through the interview process, and then maybe be offered one. So I didn't want to put myself in that position where I was going to have to do double the work, and at the end of the day, it didn't work. It wasn't going to work out. And so I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. And I had already made up my mind beforehand, when I applied, when I hit submit, if I didn't receive a fully funded offer, I wasn't going to accept. And then the final reason why I didn't choose this institution and this program was because my proposed advisor wasn't the one that I selected, the one that I wrote about in my statement of purpose. And so because of that reason, I didn't think our interests aligned, as well as the other people that I did mention in my SOP. And so I didn't want to go through that process of having to meet this professor and then potentially moving on from this professor. And so I decided that instead I wouldn't attend because it wasn't going to be a good fit for me. Alright, so that concludes my video for my PhD funding package that I was offered for the University of Texas, Austin. If you like these type of videos, let me know down below, because I do plan to show you other packages I received. But if you don't like this type of content and you're not benefiting from it, then I'm going to stop doing it. Let me know in the comments down below, or like my videos, and that's going to show me that you are interested. I will see you in the next video.